couple of these. All of the programs that Paula and the other organizations put together on the school to prison plant line, they're there. And so it is one thing to read what a person says. It is another thing to watch someone speak, and you can look at their body language, and you can look at the interaction of the speakers. This is a great resource. Use it. James, Dr. Scaminacci, videos many events, community events, for this reason. Look it out, check it out, look at all the different things that are there. Some of you will be crazy about, some of you may be less crazy about. But he's a great guy, he provides a great service to many organizations. Be aware and use what he's done for you.
And can we just give him a thank you? Thank you. And I'm sorry?
Give Bill a hand.
Yes!
Bill,
He's like the cat's meow. Bill Carpenter, thank you. I want to take, one of the things that we try to do whenever we have these forums is to try to hear the voices of as many people as we can. So I want you to be thoughtful when you make a statement. Be thoughtful, understanding that we don't have loads of time, okay? So the next, and I don't know, but this person says, this is from Robert Riley, and he would like to explain this statement. So Robert, I'm gonna read the statement, and as much as possible, please keep your description brief. Thank you. He says, people are like flowers and trees. May I explain?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just before I do that, one little thing. If the country could get out of the idea, excuse me. If the country can get out of the idea of trying to help people survive and help people to strive, it's a different thought pattern. And if the whole country think about helping people to strive, we'll change our society. But if you had a yard, and if you were going to have a house built, and you was going to have a yard, you would plant everything that go into that yard. The flowers, trees. But would you just get flowers of one color, or trees of one type? No. In order to make your yard beautiful, you would get red, yellow, and orange, and brown, and black, and white, and it would seem natural to you. But what if you had to make the flower? What if you had to make the flower? See? But, by the same token, say for instance that God had a garden. He had a backyard and a front yard. Okay? I'm going to be brief.
Okay, thank you.
And the people in the hearts were one. But as they came out into the world and they went to different parts of the world, they became different colors. But they're still the same people. And so the inside that you got to look at, what the chief was talking about, is that you have to know what's on the inside first before you look in there. On the outside, we're just like the animal. Sight, smell, taste, hear, and touch. But on the inside, humans have thought, comprehension, imagination, memory, and a common factor. When we start operating on this cycle, the world will change, not just America. Because if America changes and the world don't change, we're in the same conundrum.
Thank you. The next one is a statement. It reads, my name is Rachel.
Rachel Rizal.
Thank you. And I just want to make a brief comment. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I really admire thank you for guarding our community so well. And I'm at peace now. Recently had my bike stolen, but I had a police report made. And I'm willing to blame everybody in the room for stealing my bike. Everybody. And I mean that nicely, with all love. My children are mixed races. My daughter is half Filipino, and I'm Dutch. I'm still trying to figure out what my dad was. I have a son whose father's from the Middle East. And I see human beings for what they are in the inside. I try not.
You have a speaker right above you, so
That's fine.
with that's
Come
it.
up.
That'll help a lot.
Okay. I try not to judge everybody, you know, really. If I turn red, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
If I turn red, I'm sorry. I'm just embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed, but I'm shy. But I'm part of an organization, sgiusa.org, and it's www.sgi-usa.org. And the youth are all important, and if we were all raised that we were all important by our predecessors or the people that raised us, I was adopted, so, and I don't have many personal experiences, thank you, with, birth parents or birth, but I've had experiences, and I came down here a few years ago to visit my adopted mother who was ill, and I had appalling experiences about, I would have told the door open for everybody, anybody, and I was really surprised at different responses. I was given dirty looks and all kinds of things, and I couldn't understand it because that's not part of my makeup. I think it must have come into me just from my heart. But if I could read a brief thing, this is what we're working on. This is a publication that.
Did I ask you to please go ahead and read
Yes.
it so we can
Okay.
move forward? Thank you.
And it talks about if you have no hope, create some. And if the world around you is dark, be the sun that illuminates all. And those who can bring peace to their society are emissaries of peace. Refusing to tolerate bullying is part of the struggle for peace. Refusing to tolerate discrimination is part of the struggle for peace. Refusing to tolerate lies and slanders is part of the struggle for peace. Refusing to tolerate the arrogance of the powerful is part of the struggle for peace. Absolutely and utterly refusing to tolerate violence in any form. That is the essence of the struggle for peace. Do not remain silent. Speak out courageously. Spreads where voices resound in song. Peace deepens through friendly dialogue. Peace endures where we are willing to learn from one another. That's why I come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And this gave a question and answer. Can a person support Black Lives Matters and the police at the same time? And the person answered, no, it's best to stay neutral. One of the reasons I come,
They said no.
they said no, it's best to stay neutral. One of the reasons I come here is to feel a supportive community. I live in Milton and often find myself in a group of other white middle-aged women who are all arguing how scary it is to enter an area with a lot of homeless people or low-income housing, etc. How can I affect change in that moment? One of the things that I still would go back to is questioning. What is it that's causing you to feel that way? Have your lived experiences been such that homeless people have been an issue for you? Have people from low-income communities, how have they affected you? Ask them to question, to dig deeper. Because if we just let it go, there won't be an opportunity to make a difference. And remember, authentic engagement. So many of us have service relationships. I won't go on and on. Again, if you want to talk to me, whoever wrote that question, if you want to talk to me more deeply, we certainly can. But the first thing is to question and to ask, how come? How is it that? And what is the baggage you're bringing with you? One of the most positive things our community could do is have early childhood education offered to all preschool children, not just children of parents who can't afford it. So that's I guess just a comment. I was raised in a racially and ethnically diverse community in which, as a white girl, I was in the minority. A Haole girl in Hawaii. When I first came to the mainland, I was shocked how much racial conflict existed. I had thought we had left it in the 60s. However, even though as a result of my upbringing, I have considered myself open-minded, I'm sure I am as guilty of microaggressions out of ignorance as the next white one. How do I learn? By definition of ignorance, I'm sure I don't know what to ask. How will she learn? Haley, you have something burning that you need to tell us.
There are a lot of, they can hear me. There are a lot of things online now written by Black people that you can literally Google what's a microaggression, and it'll come up with lists and lists and articles, and the work has been done. You just got to look it up.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And like I told you guys, you all, with some of the training that we do, we actually go through real life situations and talk about what is the microaggression, what is the intent, what is the impact, etc. Again, we can't do it all in one night, but you all are so awesome for asking the questions. As a newcomer to the area, how can I get more involved in the community in order to be a better ally? I just heard about this program on NPR the day of the event. I want to be involved in advance and more prepared to help many things. If you signed in and have your email on that sign-in sheet, watch out, because you're going to get lots of good, so it's coming. Thank you.
Like the Facebook page.
And like the Facebook page, Okay, what about the reverse discrimination? That's a question. What about reverse discrimination?
I have that question.
Yes, but somebody's gonna answer, right? Because you have a question.
Please.
Okay. I am not gonna answer.
What about it is my question to you. You saying what about reverse, what specifically about it are you questioning?
Well, I have had that, I'm also from Washington DC. I only have one down here, but in DC constantly throughout my life, I had that. But I belong to an organization that is Buddhist, that there's many different races in our organization that are here. So I became very close to Black people that I hadn't had that experience before. And when I got close enough, I realized, ooh, there was this phenomenon. And also as a school teacher, my students accused me of all kinds of things until I brought in pictures of my friends, because I belong to this organization. I have a lot of Black friends, Black babysitters, hung them on the wall, and then they stopped. They were accusing me of discriminating against them, the Black girls. And they sided with the Black gym teacher who I didn't even know. I mean, and I had parents come in, and I actually asked a mother once, if this situation happened, she was a Black woman, and the vice principal was Black, and they attacked me. If this situation happened and I was Black, would you be doing the same thing? And they said, no, we wouldn't.
And so I think that's
as much discrimination.
And I think
not as much. I don't. Well,
and I think we would have to be talking about this. Julie has a response.
Well, I guess the thought I have is that what we all know is that we all have different factors in our personality. Some of us are women, those of us who are not are men for the most part. And some are Black and some are white and some are green and some are, whoever. We have all of these different factors, and I think that many things come into play in response to any situation in which one has a negative interaction with someone who's different in any way. And I guess that one of the things that I feel about what we sometimes perceive as reverse discrimination is that I think that a lot of people of color are with good reason very wary of white people because the experience has not been good. And many people of color again and again tell me that they've had a long series of negative interactions. And sometimes I think that makes for a prickly quality that's hard to know how to react to sometimes if you're trying to be friendly. And I think what we all need to do is give each other a break. Give each other the benefit of the doubt and be prepared, just because life is difficult, to have interactions with other people that are unpleasant without saying, I'm being discriminated against as a white person.
And we might actually have seen unfair treatment, which is different from discriminatory. But I do want to move on. Has there been any representation from the school district at the workshops about the school to prison pipeline? The answer is yes, I've been at some of those. There are two of these that have to do with, can a person support Black Lives Matter and the police at the same time? And this person answered yes. It's a false dichotomy. It is not mutually exclusive to recognize the value of Black lives while still respecting those who serve and protect. And this was another comment. Can a person support? The same question. No, because my job as a person is to support the victimized community and not those who are doing the victimizing. Also, the police don't need support. They have a responsibility to serve and protect, period. And the very last thing on here is politics and government seem to me to be emergent phenomena. They grow out of human actions. Politics and government seem to be inevitable to me.